works on the presentation. It has been doing, but it's been a bit temperamental.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think yeah, I think I've got it on my screen now, and I think it does look okay. I think
That's fine then.
Yeah, okay, so shall we?
You ready to go?
Ahead? Yeah, so I'm going to share my screen, which I'll do now. Bear with me a second.
Oh, just make sure you tick the share computer sound as well.
Yes.
I don't know if that's the right screen, Jess.
Oh, apologies.
See, this is why it's wise to start a minute early.
Yes. Right, sorry, the share computer audio, Maria. Sorry,
Yeah,
where am I?
Yeah, so when you click on share screen, that green button, and that window appeared, there is down at the bottom at the left corner.
Yes, share computer sound. I see that now. Yeah, okay. Can you see that now?
I think it's the wrong one again.
Oh.
I think it's just the display setting. It needs to be set up in presentation mode.
Yeah.
Can you see the right one now?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, apologies, we'll go. So it's an honour to be shortlisted for the Wellbeing at Work Award, and a pleasure to introduce Comply Direct's Health and Wellbeing programme to you today. So myself and Louise are going to be our presenters today. If you bear with me a second. And this is an overview of what we're going to cover, which is in line with the brief, and it's our aim that by the end of the presentation, you'll understand a little bit more about Comply Direct, who we are, what we do, and why our health and wellbeing programme is a worthy winner in this category. So we just wanted to kick off by playing our company video to you, which gives you a little bit of insight into who we are, and hopefully gives you an idea of our ethos and culture. Our vision is always finding a better way, and that is embedded in everything that we do.
Well, we set Comply Direct up in 2006 to have a customer-focused compliance scheme, which is what the market needed, and it's been a fantastic journey so far. We've made compliance simple and hassle-free for thousands of companies over the years and lowered their costs too. We have a high-performance culture which drives always finding a better way for our members, and we try and be innovative every day.
Our members are not just our customers, but our partners of choice and an extension of our team. We exist to provide a tailored service which goes above and beyond their needs.
Our 99% member retention rate is testament to our expert team and how we respect our valued members.
Comply Direct respect that my time's precious, and as they know our business inside out, they just get on with things. They're at the end of the phone, and I do use them quite a lot actually, so they're there for everything that I ask for.
Comply Direct have a wealth of experience and industry knowledge, and we're committed to providing security and stability to our members. It's important to us at Comply Direct to keep our members informed. We keep members fully informed of industry updates and news via our newsletters, e-bulletins and webinars, and we have a transparent business approach.
The support from Comply Direct has been invaluable, and the commitment from the account manager has been second to none.
Comply Direct always want to achieve peace of mind compliance for all of our members. We uphold high quality standards and practices within the workplace to ensure that we can achieve this.
Employees are our biggest asset, and we do prioritise having a happy and motivated team. And in order to achieve that, we offer a number of benefits which include a health and wellbeing programme, flexible working to achieve work-life balance, regular team building events and a relaxed atmosphere.
I've been very lucky to be part of this team. It's so enjoyable working at Comply Direct, and we have many years to come of further success.
So that's a little bit more about us. So what we actually do here at Comply Direct, we take on the legal obligation of companies who are obligated under various pieces of government environmental legislation, namely the packaging, WEEE and batteries regulations that you can see there on the left-hand side of the slide. In addition to that, we've developed a number of additional services that have been developed in line with our customers' needs. We're all about making life hassle-free for our customers, who we refer to as members. So it makes absolute sense for us that our employees' lives should be hassle-free also, and that they're supported with a framework and a way of working that allows them to flourish at work. So this slide is a timeline of our 14 years of success. You can see we've been really busy. We look after over 1,500 members who we really see as an extension of our business, and we work in close partnership with them. You might notice on that slide there the accreditations and certifications that we've achieved along the way. We're super proud of the fact that we're the only UK compliance scheme to hold the Customer Service Excellence Award and Investors in People Gold. We've grown to 26 employees, a number of whom have grown with the business over the years, and I personally have been very lucky to have been here since the start. This is a snapshot of some of our loyal members. Some of these are some of the biggest and fastest growing companies and innovators in their field. So it's important that our employees are fighting fit and emotionally ready to take on every need of these companies. The companies that we work with are often also inspired to find a better way. So that's why we've really sought to build a team of individuals who mirror that approach and who are sort of willing to put the very best into delivering the highest level of customer service to these customers.
So our programme was developed in 2017 after our MD Gareth completed his first Ironman challenge. At this time, Jessica had also carried out extensive research into the cost and implications of mental ill health to businesses. Comply Direct are an ambitious, forward-thinking company, and we recruit like-minded individuals. We aim to be an employer of choice and also realise that the demographic of individuals that we employ expect more from their employer. We wanted to deliver this to our employees to create a team of motivated and high-performing individuals. The programme was also developed to align closely with our core values of trust, commitment and respect, which are embedded into the team and are shown daily by our employees. Jessica put together the Health and Wellbeing Programme framework using her previous research, along with the feedback from the team about what they'd like to be included. She asked employees for suggestions for a name and a logo. The team then voted on their favourite, which became the programme as we know it today, A Better You, with the logo shown on screen. The first year of implementation in 2017 was seen as a taster year with something different to try each month. This generated lots of feedback and gave us a good base to set out our aims and expectations from the programme. So our overall aims are just to support and improve employees' health and wellbeing, provide reliable information for them to make informed choices. We hope this would then support and create opportunities for a good work-life balance, helping them to lead healthier lifestyles. We wanted to ensure that we weren't forcing the programme on anyone, but working with individuals to reach their personal goals. From this, we expected the benefits of the programme to be an enhanced retention of happy and healthy employees, increased morale and enhanced employee relations, increased productivity, which would impact high performance behaviour. We wanted to keep absenteeism low, and above all else, we wanted a happy, healthy, motivated team.
So I was really keen to ensure that we took an all-encompassing approach. We wanted to make sure that we captured elements of psychological, physical, social and financial well-being, and make sure that we developed a programme that really fit across the full workplace and was diverse enough to cover everyone's needs. So you can see a snapshot there of some of the elements that have been incorporated into the programme. So as Louise mentioned, the first year was very much about delivering a number of taster sessions. We gathered feedback on each of the initiatives that we delivered in order to understand what worked, what was successful, what wasn't. Some of that included things such as monthly competitions, such as September that year, whereby we bought step counters for everyone in the team and had a step challenge. You can see our lovely Mel on the top left there trying to get her steps up on the stepper in the office. We mapped out a number of walks around the beautiful estate that we're lucky to be located on. Again, you can see some of the images there, the lovely Broughton Hall estate and our friend Percy the Peacock at the bottom left there, who's a regular on the many walks that we go on around the estate. We implemented weekly outdoor HIIT sessions. Again, you can see one taking place there. And also delivered taster sessions around yoga, mindfulness, Pilates and meditation. We also introduced an annual sporting challenge at that time, which is still in place today, which presented a real opportunity for a team activity whilst raising money for charity at the same time. There was a snapshot on the previous slide actually of the team doing Tough Mudder during the first year, and we've raised significant funds for a number of charities that you can see on the slide there.
So since the first year, we've added lots of new initiatives into the programme. Last year specifically, the company paid for employee memberships to the incredible Health and Wellbeing Centre Avalon, which you can see on screen, which fortunately is located on the estate with us. The centre catered for multiple needs as it offered classes such as Pilates, HIIT and yoga. As you can see, the swimming pool area is just amazing. And there were also complementary therapies, a gym, massages and a meditation pod for us to use. We held a team building event there where we got to experience a gong bath, which was extremely relaxing and doesn't actually take place in the pool as we all imagined it would. As well as the Avalon membership, our programme also includes the annual sporting challenges, as Jess mentioned. We've also climbed Snowdon and Ben Nevis. To make the challenge more inclusive to everyone last year, we opened it up for individuals to take on their own challenges to push their limits. We saw staff take part in half marathons, triathlons, swim the length of the channel, really inspiring things that raised nearly £4,000 for some of the charities mentioned. We run quarterly team building sessions. Previous sessions have included Go 8, as pictured, and Roxy Ballrooms. We know that mental health is very important, which is why we've held mindfulness sessions. Jessica is a mental health first aider, and we run annual awareness sessions for all staff. We have signed the Mindful Employer Charter to show that we support the mental wellbeing of our staff. We've recently developed a Wellness Action Recovery Plan, or a WRAP tool, which is designed to aid an individual's recovery and monitor their wellness in times of ill mental health. The action plan is designed to be completed by the individual and their line manager together and is split into 2 sections for different scenarios. The first can be used when an employee is struggling or is stressed, which then has an impact on their wellbeing or mental health. The second part is used when employees have opened up to staff about their ill mental health, and it's used to identify triggers and gain a better understanding of how to approach them at times when they're struggling. We've held ad hoc workshops such as making the most of your finances and Productivity Ninja. We acknowledge national awareness days such as Blue Monday, turning it into the happiest day of the year. We acknowledge Mental Health Awareness Week also. We run a quarterly newsletter and have access to Perk Box. We also have the flexible working benefit, including the option to work from home. Everyone has access to private medical insurance. We offer massages in the office at the busiest time of the year. All employees have the option to take part in a half-day's volunteering activity. So we've done litter picks and tree planting. And in wintertime, we hand out self-care packs to everyone. During the uncertain times of COVID-19 and the shift to working from home, we wanted to ensure that employees were looking after their health and wellbeing, keeping happy and motivated and staying in touch with one another. This is why we developed the weekly wellbeing plan. To encompass everyone's need into the plan, we derived it from their feedback. This included weekly yoga and HIIT classes over Zoom. We did team catch-ups and quizzes. We held a monthly book club, had monthly competitions such as a steps challenge where we provided all employees with fitness trackers, and we also carried out weekly photo challenges, the winners of which are on the screen. We sent out surprise sweet boxes, and through the recognition feature on Perkbox, employees voted in weekly polls for the colleague who'd been their ray of sunshine or motivator or inspiration over lockdown. So the outcomes, they really speak for themselves and support the aims and objectives that we initially outlined when we developed the plan. All of the figures are taken from 2017 to year end 2019. Our employee turnover levels have decreased by 37% over these 2 years. The cost of sickness absence is reduced by more than half. Turnover per employee has more than doubled. 75% of employees believe that it's improved the morale in the office. And the number of high performers reaching the highest possible bracket in line with our high performance framework has increased to no one in 2017 to 15% of staff in 2019.
We have also experienced some additional outcomes. So these include becoming accredited to the health and wellbeing element of the Investors in People framework, which presented a PR opportunity for us and resulted in us being shortlisted in the Investors in People Business Awards in November 2019. It's also presented the opportunity for enhanced customer engagement. I mentioned at the beginning of the presentation that a lot of our customers' ethos and cultures is aligned with our own. It's enhanced social well-being within the team, so that's increased positive relationships. And we've seen the uptake to the annual sporting challenge increase from 45% in 2018 to 69% in 2020. Unfortunately, that had to be cancelled. But we have seen employees signing up to their own individual challenges or in smaller groups as well on the sporting front. We had a number signed up to the Manchester Half Marathon earlier this year, which again unfortunately was cancelled, but the engagement with the programme is such that a number of them carried that out in their own time during lockdown anyway. And I think one of the most significant outcomes is related to one of our employees who does suffer with mental ill health, and on the back of the initiatives that we've delivered around mental health, he felt confident enough to open up to us, which has meant that we've been able to fully support him with that, and he has subsequently shared his experiences with colleagues, which we hope will pave the way for them feeling that they can be open about that should they experience anything similar in the future. So lastly, there's some feedback here, some words there from our staff around how they've benefited from the health and wellbeing programme, and the final clip here allows you to sort of see that from the horse's mouth as well.
I'm really sorry, but your 15 minutes are up. I'm not too sure how best to do this. How long's the video?
Worry. It's 2 minutes, but it's fine. It's okay. I'll stop that. Okay, so any questions?
Thank you so much, and I'm so sorry to interrupt you.
No, don't worry, it's fine.
It was I was thoroughly enjoying that. I'm sure everyone else was. So I'll open it up really to the judges. Do you have any initial questions that you wanted to ask?
Andrew, I had one. It's Kev.
Sorry, go on, Kev.
Thank you, team, for presenting that. I think that was really good. My question was, it seemed like you had a lot of this activity happening from what I ascertained back 2017 onwards. What what was that kind of journey like to get to the place where you are now culturally with your people? How did that happen? What did it feel like?
Yeah, well, I think as we mentioned around the first year being very much about finding our feet and delivering taster sessions to find out what worked for the team. So I think we saw a bit of a mixture of uptake initially during that first year with each of the initiatives that we put in place, but we conducted surveys on the back of each of those activities or initiatives, and we do an annual survey as well. Today we still do that now to make sure that that's still fit for purpose and that we're still meeting sort of the needs and motivations of every member of the team. So I think it has been really positive to see how it's gone from sort of the early implementation stages to now being really embedded within the team. Louise mentioned the high performance framework, high performance reward framework that we have. And we actually have an element within that framework that talks about leading by example in relation to health and well-being, to really encourage employees to do that, and they get rewarded for doing that as well. So I think it's felt like it's been a really positive journey, and I feel that now the health and well-being programme is very much part of the culture and the ethos.
I think if I can just add to that as well, over the time we have seen 2 or 3 individuals who've really championed this from within the team and who have encouraged and supported employees who perhaps weren't as actively engaged in the early stages to do things that they have then themselves become to really love and champion themselves. So we have seen a lot of encouragement and support for each other and within the team.
Brilliant, thank you.
Jane, sorry, go for it, Sarah.
Right. No, go on, Jane, you go, because I think you had a question first.
No, I had a couple of questions, and I'm sorry if I totally missed this when you were speaking. I was busy scribbling some notes. So one question was, remind me how many employees you have, and are you all in one location?
Yeah, we've 26 employees in total, and yeah, we're all sort of fortunate enough to be based on the lovely Broughton Hall estate.
Yeah, which to me sounds wonderful, with 80,000 employees around the world. That's nice. And budget-wise, what was your budget to start with, and did that change throughout the process?
We try and avoid working to budgets full stop as an organisation. I think that's come from sort of the MD since the business was founded. His view is that budgets can be limiting, and it's all about the return on investment, really. So it's carrying out the research initially to be confident that something's going to be successful, but then it's about assessing the success post activity, if you like, and ensuring that we're achieving the return on investment. And if something doesn't work, it's about finding a better way and continually improving until you find the thing that does work, if you like. So there wasn't really a budget attributed to it. We just we do keep a track of costs, obviously, and we monitor that return on investment.
Great, thank you.
Can I go quickly? Is that okay? Thank you. I thought, really great presentation. I really got a sense of the energy that's behind this program, actually. So it's just really lovely and very engaging to hear all the different things that you've been doing. I just have one question, really, in terms of kind of what triggered this, I guess. So I heard you say that your MD had done an Ironman challenge as well, so that had sort of kind of generated some momentum and interest. And Jess, I think you said you'd also been doing quite a bit of research around the whole wellbeing thing. Obviously you referenced the Deloitte report. I'm just sort of interested in whether you had seen some other indicators or triggers internally that made you think, actually, this is something that we really need to start focusing on more consciously, or whether it was just a natural sort of evolution of it.
Well, again, I think I would probably say it's aligned with the company vision of always finding a better way. And I think we've been very fortunate. I think I mentioned I have been here since the start, so this is my 14th year, and we have always strive to be the best that we can be in every area of the business. So we're always looking for that next thing that we can do, that we can implement to be the best that we can be. And we have always been very employee focused. We achieved Investors in People sort of very early on in the journey of the company. But it's always just been about what's the next thing that we can do. And I think we've been been very lucky with our employees. We've never really had an issue massively with sort of employee turnover or sickness absence, things like that. But we're keen to foster this high performance culture and continue to achieve our growth targets and ambitions, and just recognised really that in order to do that, you know, I think as I mentioned at the beginning, that, you know, we need a team of people who are sort of fighting fit and, you know, who are provided with the sort of relational rewards and elements to the role, and not just the transactional elements, such as the, you know, the pay and salary, bonuses and things like that.
Yeah. Okay.
I think again, to add to that, recruitment was a feature, recruitment of staff, because we've always been ambitious, we've always wanted to grow, and customers have grown year on year at Comply Direct. And I think we've recognised that we wanted the best talent, the best people queuing round the block to come and work for us, and all of these things tick so many boxes for people. It really allows us to attract those talented individuals that help us get on.
Yeah, great. And just, I have one more, if I may, just quickly. So what are your, I mean, you've done an amazing amount of work on this, and the energy, as I said, you know, just so many different sort of programs and getting people involved. What's next for it? Where do you see it going and evolving from here?
Well, I think the sky's the limit, I guess. And I think, you know, coming back, I think, was it Jane's question around the budget? I think it's probably one of the advantages, perhaps, of, you know, being a smaller business, that, you know, the opportunities are sort of limitless. I think, you know, we're going to have a big focus, as I'm sure a number of companies are, around, you know, the whole flexible working thing. And, you know, we've already got, you know, we were already ahead of the game with that. We already had a program in place, but, you know, as COVID has presented for a number of companies, we're probably going to look at that and, you know, make that even more flexible. And I think just, you know, continuing to gather the feedback from employees, continuing to carry out the research to see what's working for other organisations, and, you know, just making sure that we're ahead of the game and innovating in the health and well-being of our people.
And staying on the ball with relevant topics as well. So to give you an insight, Louise mentioned we do the newsletter for employees, and we have things like healthy recipes, tips on getting sleep, things like that. So the next newsletter that we're pulling together now is all around boosting your immune system, and that will go out in tandem with the care packs, which we reference. So we'll make sure that people have got vitamins, and a little joke book, because smiling and laughing can in itself boost your immune system.